Hello, Jared here, and I'm back after a very long wait. So you might be wondering, this is a Volume 3 titled video, but it's not one of my big intro, like full extravaganza videos like I did for Volumes 1 and 2. I think I may do one of those later on when it launches to the public later this year, but I wanted to get this one out for all my Patreon followers, so they're going to be able to read it starting tomorrow as of the recording of this video. So I want to just get that out there. It's been a long, grueling process. A lot of things have happened over the last few months, and it's just, I don't know, it's pretty exhausting, but I'm getting through it, I promise. And I don't want to have people waiting any longer, so I wanted to get this out and just give you guys a quick update on what's coming up next. So first things first, the speed paint you see in front of you is a Lily speed paint. I haven't actually done a big major picture of her in a long time, and the reason I'm doing it is because one of my Patreon followers was on a certain tier, and they requested to have Lily done as one of my commissions. Now, I kind of broke some rules here on my commission because one of the things that I've been doing for conventions coming up is I'm wanting to reset my booth and have newer prints and just to kind of update everything, because I feel like it's been getting stale the last couple of years, and I think I mentioned that in my last speed paint where I was holding off on conventions because I really did need to kind of refresh everything. So this is one of those. This will be a print. Now, I haven't decided if this is going to be a canvas print. I feel like canvas prints are generally more for the more super rendered pieces, but this one's like right in the middle, so I haven't really decided yet. But one of the things I did want to do with it was I wanted to get my sky chops, I know, pun intended, I want to get my sky chops more in line because there's so many beautiful skies that I see all the time, whether it's blue hour in the evening or storms or what do they call it? Yellow hour. But there's just so many cloud formations and so many beautiful palettes that I've seen. So I did a ton of references, and I wanted to have like one of those very painterly, like just lush color skies with like the clouds and the dark purples. And I used some references and I wanted to do it from scratch, see what I could do, because sky's the limit. I know that was awful. Sue me. But yeah, and I used one of the models that I had for the airships in this as well, and I pulled it out of one of my other Blender models that I had done a few years back, and I just wanted to, remind people that, it's not just about cats, it's also about airships and retro future vibes. So I'm trying to get a little bit more of those vibes into the comic now that we're kind of moving past a lot of those relationships with the characters, and I want to have more of the world coming in, which is what I also said in my last video of all the background work. So there's been a heavy amount of that happening, and I'm even going to have to bring in some modelers to do one or two ships in the coming year here. Not just the exterior, but the interior, because it's a major part of this book, and you'll see that eventually near the end of Volume 3. So that's that part. And speaking of conventions, I actually have Anthrocon coming up. So I will be in Pittsburgh around July 4th. And my booth, I believe, is Q01. But I'm around a couple of friends as well, so that'll be pretty cool. And I'm also giving another panel. I've given a panel every time I've also been a dealer, and it's been very fun. I love doing the panels while I'm also dealing. It's a great promotional crossover. And every year I do it, the turnout gets bigger and bigger. And I mean, not to brag, but last time I gave it, I think I believe there was probably around 150 people that showed up. There, all the seats were taken and people were standing in the back of the room. So I thought, wow, this is really cool. People want to learn about comics. So, because my panel is about comics, and I try to create like a fun little presentation. So if you're ever in at Anthrocon, check out my panel if you are able to or have time in your schedule. But I will be at Anthrocon. I ended up canceling Indie Comic Con this year. I had signed up earlier, and it ended up being about 3 to 4 weeks away from Anthrocon. And I'm telling you, conventions are a lot of work and they're a lot of money. And I just didn't want to have two like that close together. Because I mean, I have a day job and I still have a lot going on in my normal life. So if I'm going to do a con, I need a little bit more than just a few weeks between cons, because it really, really takes a lot out of me. I don't know if I'm just getting older or I'm just getting grumpier, but if I had to pick one, it's going to be Anthrocon every time. So I will be there, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope to see you there. So for other life events, I have mentioned over the course of a few updates that life's been a little crazy. There's been some pretty big events happening in my life lately. I will not get into them for the sake of privacy on this video, but when life throws you curveballs, as I have said many years ago, you have to roll with the punches and you have to just keep trucking through it. So the production of Volume 3 has slowed down a little bit because of that, on top of just the pages are getting longer and more grueling to do. But I am getting through it. My main goal and my main hope is that I never run out of pages once I start trickling the pages every Friday, every week, because that is always my fear, because building up the volume up to 44 pages done, which is how many I have done right now, that gets me close to 1 year of just releases. And during that entire year, I'm still working on more pages. But it takes me around 3 years, give or take, for each volume to complete. And I average about 40 pages a year. But I don't know if that 40 pages is the right number anymore. So I really hope I can keep up with it all the way to the very end, so there's never like a Friday where you don't get a page, but I promise I will try my hardest. You have my word. I will try my hardest. And speaking of the comic, I'm going to go ahead and throw up a few slides here of the latest pages that I have finished. And the funny thing is some of these slides are in the middle of a scene where I'm currently working on a scene that was so big that I actually had to divide it. And I mean, I'm thinking it's probably 14 to 15 pages it's going to end up being, and I divided it around 7 to the 7th or 8th page mark. And let me tell you, where I'm starting now, it's a very, very, very big moment in the book. And this is where you find out, oh, this is definitely a young adult story. This is not Saturday morning cartoons for a 6-year-old. And this is what it's about. And I'm not talking about 18 plus content. I'm talking about just very adult themes, very dark moments where like I would not expect to see something like that in a colorful Anthrocat world. So I'm going to be throwing some things in this story, and this is just one of them. This Volume 3 has a bunch of moments like this, but this is definitely one of the biggest ones, and might be one of the biggest moments in the entire story so far over all 3 books. So no spoiler warning there, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. There's some pretty big moments coming up. I'm pretty excited to get to it, but that's also going to keep me off the streams for a while because I can't stream some of this stuff. It is major spoiler stuff. So I may go dark for a while, but I will be back probably by the end of the summer. Anytime I can stream something, I will, but just a heads up on that. With that being said, I think I can go ahead and wrap up the video. So I do want to say a big thank you for everyone that has supported me up to the point through the pre-production of Volume 3, because it's been well over a year and you guys haven't had any pages and you've still been supporting me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart on that. And I've always felt guilty if I couldn't get enough updates sent to you in time. So I always tried to keep the updates coming, pre-production coming, little pieces here and there. But I do truly thank you for your patience, and I'm excited to finally get this thing out the door so you guys can all start reading it. So with that being said, you can check out the comic for anyone that hasn't seen it, patreon.com/CASHMERE SKY, and you can start reading the comic tomorrow. and you'll get about 6 months ahead of the public once it's released later this year. So if you want to read it now, $1 a month gets you started, and there's a release every Friday. But other than that, like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button. I'm getting more cringe every time I say it. And I'll see you next time.